Guru Nation, how's it going? Me and this gentleman, Chris Sauber, we just did a podcast, and it's going to be a webinar on business development for sites. It's really for sites, and then the last 5 minutes is for job seekers, CRAs, all that other stuff. Everybody needs to biz dev and research. So stay tuned for our March webinar for that. Make sure you subscribe to the blog if you don't want to miss out on these webinars. People keep telling me, hey, how do I get on the next webinar? I missed it. You got to subscribe to the blog. It's the only way. Okay, so this podcast we did kind of inspired this webinar. And the end was all about job seekers. And I wanted to make this video specifically for you job seekers, people trying to break into the industry. So ClinicalTrials.gov is actually a really good way to get jobs. And the reason it is because most people don't do it that way. Most people go on Indeed. Most people go on ZipRecruiter. Most people go on Monster, on LinkedIn, whatever platforms there are. And you should do that too. Don't get me wrong. You should still do that if you're a job seeker. But what most people are not doing, and what we teach in our CRA Academy, is ClinicalTrials.gov. Because you can email those people from ClinicalTrials.gov, whether they be sites. Sometimes they put site information on ClinicalTrials.gov, or the study directors at either the CRO or the sponsor level. You can apply for positions. Okay, that's not what ClinicalTrials.gov was made for. It's made for patients. By the way, it's not even made for sites to look for studies, although that's what it's used for. But even lesser known is this job search on ClinicalTrials.gov. And no, they don't post jobs. So you're just going on ClinicalTrials.gov to network, to let whoever it is know, hey, are you looking for a person like me? Here's my CV. Maybe you're an experienced CRA. Who wouldn't want another CRA to add to their roster, whether a sponsor or a CRO? Maybe you're someone trying to break into the industry. Well, what do you have to offer? What's your background? What do you want to do? Do you want to be an in-house CRA? You want to be a clinical trial assistant? Are you a foreign doctor? You can go on ClinicalTrials.gov and talk to these people, these decision makers, many times decision makers, and send them your CV. And guess what? One job goes up on Monster or Indeed or Career Builder or ZipRecruiter, and maybe 500 people apply to it. ClinicalTrials.gov, nobody is emailing these people. Maybe other sites are emailing them, but no job seekers are emailing these people. So that's going to make you stand out. First of all, you can't be afraid of the rejection. You can't be afraid of upsetting people. You already have nothing, okay? If you're trying to break in, you really have nothing to lose. If you are already in the industry, you still have nothing to lose because you have a job already. So you have nothing to lose. So you can't be afraid of rejection. You can't be afraid of making people upset. Guess what? Their email's on ClinicalTrials.gov. That's a public platform for anybody, you and I, to go look at and contact those people. If they don't like it, let them tell you that, although most will not. Most will just ignore your email. But two of my most recent CRA Academy graduates, probably back to back, and I've actually interviewed both of them, Monica Catry and Joao, use this strategy, ClinicalTrials.gov, to find people that they can, at sponsors or CRO or site level, to find the contacts to send their CVs to. In both of those cases, both CROs actually, they found the decision maker through ClinicalTrials.gov, sent them their CV with a cover letter explaining who they are and what they want from that company. And you got to study the company as well. And guess what? They got interviews and then they got hired, and they were really impressed that they took the CRA Academy because the employer said, and I quote, in both cases, that's impressive that you are paying to further your own education for your career development, and we actually want to bring in, we need more CRAs. Everybody needs more CRAs if they're a CRO or if they're a sponsor. So it's really hard to train the CRAs, so they like the people who have the potential and who take the initiative to go out and make things happen for themselves. And quite honestly, going about it this way it differentiates you, and it already shows them that you have a more creative approach to applying or solving problems. In this case, the problem is finding a position for yourself. So if they don't like you, they're going to ignore you. But if they do reply to you and say, yes, let's do an interview, you know they like that strategy and they like the fact that you did that. So ClinicalTrials.gov, very underutilized, for job seekers, and it should be utilized way more. Good luck and let me know how it goes.